Hey there, welcome to my vlog. That was a cheesy intro, so I'm never going to do that again. Welcome to my channel, my name's Tom Hicks. If you're new here, hi, how you doing? Today's video is going to be about diabetes. So my vlog is going to primarily be aimed at my story and how I was diagnosed and what it is basically. So I'm going to do this in the most shortest, informative ways possible. Type 1 diabetes is where basically your body, which has the pancreas inside, decides to stop working how it should do. This means it's not basically producing the hormones that you need to survive. It doesn't mean that the pancreas is completely useless because it has other properties that it uses to its advantage. However, for diabetes, especially type 1, it means it's not producing any insulin at all. So that means you have to get the good old trusty insulin pen and inject this good boy into yourself manually. Think of type 1 diabetes being more of a manual than an automatic. So for example, if you're getting an automatic car, the gears work themselves. If you're getting a manual car, you've got to do the clutch, you've got to move the gear, then you release the clutch, and you've got to do everything manually, hence the term manual. Now, with type 1 diabetes, you've got to put this good old insulin in your body yourself. So you can't really sit there, eat a lunch and say, right, time for a nap, and off you go. You've got to do it yourself, so you can't have your body doing things on its own anymore. You have to do it manually. So in a way, it is a bit of a responsibility. So I look at it more as a responsibility, not a disability, because it kind of drives you forward to get onto a good schedule, a good eating plan, a good diet, a good exercise plan, and all those things that help control type 1 diabetes. Do you know what? The brightness on this camera, I can't do it yet. Again, I'm still filming on my iPhone 10, so brightness and auto lock and all that stuff is still new to me. So, moving on to the most important thing, what does diabetes do to your body? Well, you have everything in your body that's working naturally, doing overtime, making sure your body runs smoothly. However, with us wonderful diabetic people, we can't control our blood sugar glucose. So what diabetes does is, it basically messes up the hormone and the insulin that is produced that controls your blood sugar, I might say blood sugar hormones then, not hormone in a word. So that's everything. Oh, that voice crack though. So that's everything. I sound like a horn on a boat. So anyway, that's diabetes in a short, simple manner. It is something that happens to your body. You then have to take over. So whoever was doing autopilot in your body, which is your pancreas, has decided, no, I'm out, see you later, and you've got to take over. So, like I said, it's a responsibility, not a disability. Now at this point, I'm deciding to myself, I'm going to show you guys my kit. So I want to show you my insulin, I want to show you my kit, and I want to show you exactly what I use on a daily basis, multiple times a day. So, just gonna go grab my kit. So what is involved in an insulin blood testing kit? Well, I'm going to go bit by bit and exactly what is in my kit. Everyone's kit will vary depending on how good they are at controlling their diabetes, how kind of, professional they are in terms of how far they've had the illness and disability for. So I'm just going to show you guys bit by bit of exactly what's in my kit. So the first thing that's in my kit is the blood reading device. So let me turn this on. It's pretty much like an old Tamagotchi. If you don't know what a Tamagotchi is, then you've clearly had no childhood. This thing requires one of these. So this is a blood testing strip. You get the blood testing strip, you bung it in here, wait until it beeps once or twice, and then once it gives you the indicator on there to say, yes, give me blood, that's when you start taking the blood. You're probably thinking, how do I take the blood if I'm not bleeding? Well, that's where you get the next juicy step. This right here is my finger pricker, I call it. I don't know what the official term is. I know it's called an AccuCheck Fast Click. Don't know if you guys have that where you live, if you're in the UK or America or anywhere else in the world. This is called an AccuCheck Fast Click. You simply control which thickness you want on here. So you've got your numbers there. Is that upside down? It is, there we go. So you've got your numbers on there and you put the thickness depending on how thick your skin is, up or down. I usually have mine on 2 because my fingers aren't that thick. At this point, you want to go and put it against your finger. Make sure it's a good one. Now, I am going to draw some blood, so if you're squeamish, look away now. You simply line it up with your finger, click it down, and there you go. I decided to give you guys a closer look on the blood distribution of my finger. So if you're squeamish with blood, here it is. So that is where my finger was pricked. That's the blood distribution there. So all I need now is the testing kit to apply that on, and then it will tell me exactly what blood glucose levels are. So here's my testing kit. You just simply go up to it here. You simply apply the blood, try not to shake. Obviously the machine will be on, but mine has an auto turn off feature for the saving battery life. Now at this point it will tell you exactly what your blood sugar levels are. So if I click on here, it should wake it up and it should tell me my last reading was 11, which is a little bit high, but I did have a few biscuits before bed, so that'll explain that one. Now you got the finger pricking out the way, you get to the next amazing, interesting part of the diabetes journey: insulin. Without this stuff, you will not be able to live. So if you decide not to take this, then you're the most stupidest person I know in the world, or you just simply don't want to live anymore, which is your choice, I suppose, but legal or illegal, depending on the country you're from. So I've got my green and I've got my orange. You're probably wondering why they're two distinctive different colours. Yes, it is to make sure you don't take the wrong one, because they do two completely different things, yet they're the same thing. The green one for me is my long-acting one. So this one is called Levemir. This one I take as soon as I wake up and just before I go to bed. The orange one, this is the fast-acting one. So whenever I feel like I'm craving a few biscuits, a spot of lunch, dinner, breakfast, any kind of food intake, so any kind of carbohydrates I take, which I'm going to go in depth in another video about, because carb counting diabetes is quite a huge step for diabetes. This right here, as said, is the fast-acting one, so this is called Nova Rapid. Now the best way to distinguish about the two, Levemir seems like quite a chilled, laid-back kind of name in my point anyway. So I always associate the chilled-back name with the chilled-back insulin. So this one, laid back, sits in the back and works its magic throughout the day. This one, Nova Rapid, as you can tell by the rapid name, it kind of indicates that it's going to be quite a rapid worker, and it works within, I think, 15 to 20 minutes. So they recommend having this before you start eating. So as you're eating, the insulin is going to be working its way through the food, and it's going to be breaking down the carbs and doing everything that your body should be doing. So I thought I'd save the best bit till last. Now you're probably thinking, so how do we get this insulin in there? Well, you've got your insulin pen, as you guys know, the Nova Rapid, and you've got your needle right here. Now usually it comes with a little tab on the front, which is that there. You simply remove that, because there'll be no way of putting this onto the pen if you still had the paper on. So I'm going to go and administer on there now. So I'm going to try and get a nice up close zoom of it. Not a very big needle, I think it's a 4mm one, if I can hold it steady to the camera. That is exactly what the needle looks like there. Might not look like much, let's just get that droplet off because it's annoying me, there we go. You simply adjust the insulin you need, which I'll be going further with in another video, and you click it down and that will show your insulin. So I'll just do it once or twice, just so I'm not wasting too much insulin. So if you click it, that's the insulin coming out there. So I'm just gonna go and wash my hands now because it absolutely stinks. Now remember, this is my introductory video to type 1 diabetes, so if you have type 2, my knowledge of that is not as great, but it is something I do want to look at for future videos, I guess. But this has just been a little kind of, you know, get to know your kit kind of thing. So I've gone through everything that's in my kit, the core components. All my social media will be down below, so hit me up on any of those if you've got any diabetes related questions, and I can get back to you as soon as I can, whether that be through Twitter, Instagram, anything like that. Give us a shout, give us a follow, and I'll come straight to you. But thanks for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like. Please subscribe if you want to stay updated to anything tech-wise, diabetes-wise, health-wise, and all of that kind of fun stuff. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.